Bada bing, bada boo.
There has been a crime in the workplace, and Tim Dickey, the man in charge, has to figure out what the hell is going on. He's got to investigate. He's sitting down with everybody. Anybody that's heard or potentially saw anything, he's sitting across from them because all of these people could be witnesses one day. And they all tell him the same thing. Well, everyone talks about them having an inappropriate relationship. Okay.
Yo, did you bag that we're halfway there, bro? Today is day 50, bro.
Yeah, bro, day 50, but this isn't out day 50. I didn't want to be
Yeah.
honest, bro.
Oh, I wanted to good, but you know, niggas in school gotta do what you gotta do. Probably in there somewhere.
I see. I mean, have you seen anything with your own eyes, or is it just a rumor that you're hearing from everyone, your peers? Well, I've heard a lot from a lot of others that they're dating. It's pretty clear, though, that she has the power and she favors him. He barely puts in any work and he gets all the rewards. Honestly, it's a pretty gross, massive power imbalance, to say the least. Another person tells Tim Dickey along the lines of, I've heard that they met up after hours, that they have these secret meetings in the night in her car. It's all very hush-hush. But the worst part is, I've heard the rumor that she's actually pregnant. Others say that's not even the worst part. It actually does indeed get worse. They say that they've heard rumors that sometimes he would stand behind her desk and she would pretend to go under her desk to look for something. Oops, I dropped my pencil.
What the
crawl
fuck?
down there, and
What?
in front of everybody else in the room, she would, quote, touch his stuff. Not
What? Is this Brazzers? What is she talking about?
to mention some of the
Ew.
notes found in her desk
Like,
that he
why-
allegedly wrote.
Like what? Like, bro, did you hear what she said? She would go under her desk and say, "Oops, drops." Like what? No, this is strange.
One just reads, "You're sexy."
Bro, bitches
Another
actually do
reads,
that in this
"I
stuff.
want you. Let's smash."
You said what?
Go back a little bit. People actually.
Oh
do
my
that
God.
shit in school.
This reads, "You're sexy." Another reads, "I want you."
Booty on fleek, fine as fuck. You are hot as fuck. So can I smash? Can I hit that? Let me taste you, baby. Wow, sexy. These are notes to the teacher? I need you in my worst of times. That's why I always need you by my side. And the worst thing... Niggas can't even spell. The word thing is I can't stay mad at you. It's sad but true.
Let's
Like,
smash.
this nigga can't even spell, and she's doing things with her. Oh my God.
6 feet long, whatever that means. The witnesses' statements are pretty consistent, but Tim Dickey thinks, well, what if they're too consistent? It's a little too convenient, right? I mean, he thinks all the stories kind of sound similar, like they're all just rumors that people have been circulating from desk to desk, but has anybody actually seen anything? It's time to bring in the suspect. They bring in 27-year-old Brittany Zamora. She walks into Tim Dickey's office. She's sitting at the other end of his desk, and there's already tears just streaming down her face. It does not appear that she's having a good time. Listen, Tim, please. There are really only 2 things in this world that I care about.
Yo, Bert, you always coming on some bullshit. Don't use a Dollar Tree restroom. The toilet seats are too small.
And it's my husband
bruh.
and my career. That's it. Tim Dickey is smiling because that makes sense. And she was like one of the first people he hired since he got the job running this place. And she did win the 2016 County Teacher of the Year Award.
Welcome to practice. This is where all you noobs become yellow turds.
This is the teacher, bro?
Yeah.
There's no way she's essaying and her 13-year-old student in a class full of kids, right?
What?
There's no way she has an 11-year-old boy standing lookout while she essays his best friend in her classroom.
Oh my
Even
gosh.
if Tim Dickey doesn't believe it,
Oh
the
my
least he can do is
gosh.
alert the 13-year-old student's parents, correct? Instead, Tim Dickey sits all the other students down that have reported the inappropriate behavior. He says, "Thank you all for coming to me with what you've been hearing in the hallways. But do you know how dangerous rumors can be? You can ruin someone's career with these types of rumors." And he scolds all the students for spreading rumors, and it gives Brittany enough time to target her next potential victim. an 11-year-old. This is the case of Brittany Zamora and what happens when the victim's parents find out
No, it's
and
like
when
a
Brittany's own
She's
husband finds out.
actually despicable. What is her next target? An 11-year-old? Like, no, Sonia, this is a different video. She hasn't posted a part 2 yet. What do you say, Odie? This is about
the other suspected for
a teacher sexually assaulting her students. The other one, 13. And the lookout was 11.
you too trim. Niggas can't fuck her.
You know how fucked you have to be as a person to like
You fucked.
it's not even like I made a mistake. It's a lapse of judgment. Like she couldn't even play that card. Like you made another nigga the lookout while you were freaking his homie. Yes, disgusting. That's actually despicable.
We would like to thank today's sponsors who have made it possible for Rotten Mango to support the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, also known as NECMEC. They focus on finding missing children, reducing child sexual exploitation, and the prevention of child victimization. This episode's partnerships have also made it possible to support Rotten Mango's growing team, and we'd also like to thank you guys for your continued support. As always, full show notes are available at rottenmangopodcast.com. Disclaimers, today's case has mentions of grooming and CSA. Please watch with caution. The names of the minors have also been, of course, protected and changed. So with that being said, these are all pseudonyms except for the perpetrators and the adults. Let's get started. Do you know what the pre-divorce stage is? It's when you see two people in a relationship, in a marriage, and you know that they're going to get divorced. They just haven't filed divorce yet. They might not even know that they're going to get divorced, but you just feel it in your bones. They are in a stage of pre-divorce. My biggest thing is, I guess it's very difficult to say if you can see when couples are going to get divorced. Everybody's different. But when they are incredibly mean to each other in front of people, I feel like a pre-divorce is happening. One netizen says, oh, my pre-divorce signal is even stronger. He's older now. He's seen all these couples come and go. And he says, when I see a divorce coming, and this is not 100% of the time, obviously there's exceptions, don't get upset, people. But he says, when the couple decide out of nowhere, it's not like a big anniversary. It's not their 50th anniversary, 40th, 20th, 25th. Out of nowhere, the couple decide randomly to have an over-the-top vow renewal. Massive ceremony, celebration. It feels like they distract themselves by planning the event. And then after the last guest leaves, party is over. They go back to reality. The marriage is shitty, divorce incoming in like 6 months.
What?
Yeah. And he's saying obviously there's exceptions of people who have anniversaries or have been planning it for a long time, or they had a life-altering moment where someone was diagnosed with something and then recovered. Those are different.
Yeah.
He's saying so random.
Okay.
Another one said, oh, I was at a wedding and I knew. This was pre-divorce at the wedding. The groom was making a toast to the bride. You know, the woman.
We are both an engineer. Day 50 out, if 100 halfway there, but I don't even know what the purpose is for. Just to be consistent, bruv. Just to be consistent.
That he's marrying, and he talked about how he initially didn't like her because she never shut up, but now she's learning to, quote, put a sock in it. And then he jokingly turned and then air backhanded her face, like not actually hit her on the face, but like in the air, pretended to hit her.
That is wild.
To the guest's credit, nobody laughed. There's just awkward, deafening silence. They got divorced 2 months after the wedding. One Redditor states that she knew her divorce was coming pretty early on. She says, well, my husband smashed cake into my face at the wedding, even though I begged him for...
Yo, she always does this stuff at the start of the story, and I'm like, damn, how is this gonna relate to like what's going on? And then she actually just... It just all makes sense.
Queen, dumbass.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly. She's a boss queen. You're an idiot.
Who are you? What demographic are you trying to appeal to by saying what you just said?
Not appealing to anyone. You
She's
just
the boss. She's the boss queen. Like you don't
every
even.
time you've opened
you
your
don't even talk
fucking
like
black
that.
mouth to say some shit, bro, she fried your shit every time.
All right, bro.
Right away.
Yeah. That's, anyways,
Stay on God, you did.
that's not true at all. That's not true at all.
Okay. Like, bro, like that shit's not on video, but whatever, bro.
It's not true at all, bro. It's not true at all. It's not on video.
I guess
This
it's
shit is not on video, bro.
Okay. It's on video. How does this? Why is she saying this? Like, what does this even relate to her
Alright,
having
bro.
a sleep? Like, why does it matter if she can have sleepovers or not? Huh? She's having sleepovers with her dad. Exactly. That's literally how it happened.
Months prior, not to. He also introduced me as his first wife at our reception party for our wedding to everybody. He thought it was hilarious. We divorced over the summer, and I am so much happier. Another Redditor says, oh, yeah, when you can tell your marriage is coming to an end, it's pretty easy. You drive home from work. You come around the corner, and if you see your partner's car in the driveway and feel sad or disappointed, that's the sign you need.
The
I feel
fuck?
when my dad comes home.
Like, why are you married if that's how you feel?
That's how I feel when my dad or mom comes home. We'll see dad though. I'm not kidding my mom.
Why would you, like, what the fuck? Like, yo, that's actually terrible. Like, what you mean? You see your partner's car in the driveway and then you're like, oh, fuck. Like, what? How do you even get married to someone like that? How do you end up in a situation like that?
Need. Another ex-wife said, oh, mine was weirder. Right after the wedding, I moved in. And the thermostat that controls the temperature, he put a password on it and he wouldn't let me have the password.
Wow.
For Daniel, the signs were probably a lot more obvious, but he just sped right past them. They went over his head. Daniel, maybe he likes all the signs. I don't know, which is more alarming. Because the pre-divorce, other people saw a pre-divorce. He didn't see anything. He just gets served divorce papers out of nowhere after everything that they've been through from their proposal. Daniel even wrote this long
Is Drake cooked from the Super Bowl performance? I actually saw a lot of people saying that Kendrick's performance was ass. Yeah, I saw a lot of people saying that his performance was ass.
That is so fucking ass.
It's like the worst one or something. So I don't know.
Niggas
I thought it was cool.
Give a fuck about Drake was sucking Drake shit.
I thought it was cool, but I saw a lot of people hating on it. People were talking about how Serena Williams was crip walking when her sister died to Crips, like some crazy ass shit.
The whole thing is just getting hated on. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
happy message to Brittany online about it. He writes, from the moment we first saw each other, we have been falling for one another. So it was only appropriate to ask Brittany to marry me while falling. He proposed this whilst on a skydiving trip. And now after 4 years of marriage, she wants to...
This nigga's a cornball. I was falling for her, so I proposed while falling. You're a cornball.
...divorce him. She wants to hit him with divorce papers while she's in jail. Seriously? Brittany states to the courts that she would like to separate from her husband because, quote, our marriage is beyond repair. It's broken, and there is no hope of reconciliation. What defines that a marriage is broken beyond repair with no hope of reconciliation? A few years prior, Brittany hands Daniel the phone. This is when they're still married, still living together. Brittany's handing Daniel the phone, and on the other end of this phone is a very, very angry man. He says, put your husband on the phone. I'm more than happy to talk to that dumb motherfucker too. Daniel grabs the phone.
Oh.
Hey, don't say hey man to me. You got a fucking monster. If I was you stupid motherfucker, I'd leave her.
So this...
Oh, shit.
What you doing if a nigga calls you?
Nah.
What you doing if a nigga calls you and talks to you like that? What's your wife, bro? What you gonna say?
That's so crazy. What the fuck? Wait,
Man on the phone is telling Daniel to leave his wife, Brittany. Daniel's trying to reason with him.
Man, listen.
No, listen to me, you stupid motherfucker. I'll cave your stupid fucking head in. Do you want
What?
I'd love to put my hands around you. You are stupid.
Daniel...
I would love to put my hands around you, bro. You don't even know this nigga. Like, what are you talking about?
Tax benefits, raising your kids in a healthy way. Like,
is only briefly quiet before he said,
Is there any real benefits to marriage?
There's a lot.
All right. Yo, you have a kid. You have a kid in a You have a kid with a split up home, and see how that kid ends up, bro. See how likely they'll end up in a terrible spot.
And if you say, well, you don't have to be married to raise the kid. You can just have mother and dad live together. Well, yeah, but it would be smarter to just be married so that you can have better tax, like shit. Like there's like many reasons to do it, actually. And also, if you love her, why not, nigga? Like,
yeah.
You don't lose anything.
I never understood that. Niggas was like, I'll never get married, even if I like have one girl
Bro,
that I'm with.
niggas act like
That's just so stupid.
mental, like, you know, mental marriage happens before the actual like word that you like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you find your girl, like your one, bro, you don't like the paper is not what makes you guys married. In my
That's what I'm
opinion.
saying. Like, what are you talking
If
about?
you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's so dumb to me.
Says.
I mean, God preaches forgiveness, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna preach forgiveness when I put my hands around your throat, you stupid motherfucker.
I understand your pissed, man.
No, you don't get
You stupid motherfucker. Oh my god.
dumb fucking bitch.
I'll be the same way, man.
No, I would. Well, you better, like I said, dude, the smartest thing for you to fucking do, you stupid motherfucker, do not incriminate yourself. Do me that favor. Leave her so your
Nigga,
ass
you
doesn't go down the
incriminate
drain with her.
no, you good.
Your woman is a monster. Hey, fuck, you want me to tell you the whole fucking story? She had another 13-year-old in there watching the whole fucking thing. She's a monster.
Yeah, like what is she
She
doing?
made a
Like, this is, like,
13-year-old
stupid. Like
She made a 13-year-old boy a cuck. This is ridiculous. What? Yo.
Do you understand that?
Daniel is on the phone, confronted with the fact that his wife Brittany was cheating on him. But he is also confronted with the fact that his wife is cheating on him by a 13-year-old student of and
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know, it's like, I don't understand what would be worse that you could find out about your significant other. Like, what could possibly be worse? That's actually, like, wow. Wow.
the man screaming at him on the phone is the victim's father.
This is how he found
no
out.
way.
He claims he found out right before this phone call.
And he was like,
He said God preaches forgiveness. There is an app called Sentry, and it lets parents
killing that
monitor
nigga.
their kids. It seems like kids don't know when it's installed. I mean, I'm sure you have to take their phone and install.
You see, my question is,
Not gonna lie.
the
I'm wiring this shit on my
the
kids.
13
Sorry.
the 13-year-old boy, right? Like, who happened to? Like, does that nigga feel like he's the shit now because that, or like, what is that mentally like doing to
I mean,
a kid? Like,
you know what them niggas, you know the notes they were writing, like in the moment as a kid, yeah, you gonna feel like, but it depends though, because you know some kids, like me, I'm not gonna lie, when I was 14 or 15, I would feel like the shit. When I was 12 or 11, I'd probably be mortified because this bitch just sucked my little ass dick. That's just me personally. So like,
Cause I feel like, is it one of those things where you'd be like, oh no, I just get bitches and
it
shit,
depends on the
or
kid.
would it be
The way
like
it
you
sounds
grow
like
up,
she
you
might
grow
be
up
flirting.
after, and you're like, nah, I got assaulted,
Yeah.
like that was like, I don't know.
Because obviously when I grow up, I'll be like, holy shit, that woman is a degenerate. Like, worst kind of human ever. Like, you're a weirdo, loser, your genetics, whatever.
Yeah.
But I hope it's not genetics. I mean, that sounds fucked up. Like I just hope you can't pass that on to people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I hope it was your environment, and I hope that you just got touched when you're younger, which sounds, cause it sounds
Yeah, that
crazy.
sounds
You know?
even.
But like, I just hope that shit, like, I hope it stops with you.
Yeah, it
So
doesn't
we-
continue.
Cause we don't need any more of that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I hope you get like,
Install
you know,
it.
what's that shit called? Neutered. Sterilized?
What Aaron Yeager was trying to do to the people?
Yeah, bro. Like, hell no.
I don't know how it works. I mean, I guess it could be used for not parental controls. Just be careful. But it lets parents flag keywords. So if these keywords ever get searched on the internet or is sent via message, whether it's Facebook Messenger, Instagram direct messages, or text messages, it'll alert the parent and it'll show them what platform and it'll show them the message.
wow.
So you can flag words like baby
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need that app.
or, you know, other maybe drugs, right? John and his wife, they get Adam, their son, a new phone with this new app installed on their Sentry. And they give it to him because, I mean, honestly, they don't feel right about it. They were going back and forth. Do we install the app? Do we not install the app? We kind of feel bad about it, especially because he's 13. We're trying to give him space
Feel bad about what? Like what? Feel bad about what?
to still be a child, but make mistakes and learn and grow and have privacy. But Adam has been acting so weird recently. He doesn't even want to sleep with the door open. They have this whole family rule. Everybody sleeps with their door open. It doesn't have to be wide open.
That's kind of weird though. Like, I don't like sleeping with my door open either. I would never want to sleep with my door open.
I don't either, bro.
Like
I
that,
literally
even
I like sleeping with my doors over there on the right side of the room. I like sleeping on the left side of my bed, like just as far as possible.
Yeah, like even if the door was just open, just a crack, that still pisses me off. Like I don't even like that. Like, I have to close it. I have to. I can't even leave it like that.
I've been waking up from my sleep. I look up, my door is like a little bit open. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I will get up. I'll actually get up to close the door before I can go back to sleep. I won't be able to sleep if I don't close the door. I don't know how people be sleeping with their door open with the light on. Like,
Berserk is over. Don't spoil, please.
Open.
Don't spoil.
It's just like a crack. You just don't lock your door at night. But he's so upset by this. He's withdrawn during dinner time. He doesn't even want to talk to them. It's so sudden that they're like, something is going on. And if we don't figure out what, we can't help him. The stepmom has the parent version installed on her phone. And she put all the keywords in. And the day after installing the app, she's just getting ding, 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 ding.
Oh,
the phone
shit.
is blowing up. She said, so yesterday, I got the alert. I keep getting alerts.
this nigga was talking about all the freaky ass shit he was doing.
It's back to back to back to back to back. Because the word baby kept getting used. The messages in question read, I guess kind of like any other 13-year-old relationship, flirting, I imagine. I don't particularly recall how I flirted when I was 13, but the messages read, WYD, what you doing? On the bus texting you. So Adam is texting, on the bus texting you. Oh my God, you're so cute, baby. I wish you could have stayed after with me. I know, I wish I could, baby. Heart emoji, heart emoji.
Oh.
No,
Oh.
she's just talking. He's just talking to his the girlfriend who's 13, bro.
It's gotta be, right? Nah, it's gotta be.
The person responds, I wish I could hang out with you whenever we wanted. Adam responds, same. I think about it so much. I think about it so much too.
This is
Bro.
like despicable. Like, you know, like to be that grown and these messages are coming from you, like,
Yo, this is
like she's texting, like, you know, she's texting like a jit, like she's texting like a little nigga to this little nigga. Like, you are like 30 something. Like, oh my God.
Aw, baby, I know what you mean. You're all I think about. It's kind of giving like two 13-year-olds flirting. Another thread of messages read from Adam, you're mine. Yes, baby. Which again, I don't necessarily recall how I was flirting as a 13-year-old, and I'm sure per parent it's different how one feels about their kids sending these.
When I was 13, I was saying some freak shit. I can't even lie to you. I can't even lie. I was saying a lot crazier shit than baby this, baby that. But at the same time, I was talking to someone who was also the same age as me, not 35. So, like, what?
Types of messages. I don't know, perhaps a child psychologist would know better if this is normal development to talk like this or not. But so far, it's not the most alarming thing in the world. But there's more messages that start to escalate and get increasingly stranger. A message from Adam reads, I need more redacted from you, heart. Now, these are obviously not redacted to Adam's parents, but it's redacted in the police records. But the parents have seen it. Even kind of Adam's parents, but it's redacted from you.
I need more. Like, what could this word be filled in with? You think so?
Or pussy. It's just head or pussy, bro.
But it can't. But no, bro. He's 13. There's no way he's
four
saying.
letters. It's head.
I think it is. Yeah,
Bro, they
you're
were
right.
saying-
You're right. Look
it
at the
is head. They were
spacing.
talking about smashing all that shit.
Look at the spacing right here, and it's the same.
It's literally
It's the
head,
same
bro.
if you mirror this shit. It's 4 letters. Yeah, I need some more. Yeah, you're right.
Heart.
You're right. You're
Now,
right.
these are obviously not redacted to Adam's parents, but it's redacted in the police records. But the parents have seen it. You can kind of
Seems like Epstein behavior. Oh, it most definitely is.
fill in the blanks on what it says. The person receiving the message goes, question mark, you okay? Sorry, baby, my parents called me. Ugh, I thought you got in trouble. I GTG do chores. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. The person responds, ILY, heart. Okay, they're saying I love you. It seems like it's more serious
This is
13-year-old
despicable.
relationship. It's getting
No,
a little more
all
alarming.
jits were 13
Then
was saying
Adam
that
receives a
shit. Literally,
message.
oh,
I
wow.
want you too, baby. So
Spending
bad.
that
Whenever
hours.
we can, you know, I'm down. Heart. Like, you for real get sexier to me every.
This is, bro. I don't know if
This
I
is
keep
like
watching these
the
videos
worst
anymore.
shit.
I don't know if I keep watching these videos. Like,
This is like the
Like,
worst shit.
this is so disgusting.
This
You
nigga's
re-
11, right? Or what is he? 13?
13, I think, or I think he's 11. I can't remember which one it was, but either way, it's still cooked. Like, you for real getting sexier to me every day. Every day. Oh my God. Like,
day. LOL.
Wait, which ones? Who said this?
Whoever is sending this to Adam.
Bro.
Adam's stepmom says, so I'm reading through the conversations, and I've done this before with other conversations of his as well, but this time at the bottom, she sees something at the bottom of the messages, and she's looking at it twice, 3 times, 479 times, because there's no way. I mean, there's just no way. The app Sentry will tell you what platform the messages are being sent from and what the account name is. So it just gives you your handle. So if it's on Facebook,
Oh, she's about to be cooked. She's about to be cooked.
it gives the handle, or on Instagram, it gives the handle at blah, blah, blah. And it's at Mrs.Zamora. Adam's 6th grade teacher through Instagram.
Do you think her IG is still up?
Probably not.
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
try
say.
looking for it though.
I was gonna try to search for
If
that.
she's saying it out loud, she's probably not up anymore. I
Yeah.
remember trying to find some shit there. But someone else probably has a name similar to it, and they're like posting pictures of her. Like, that's what they be doing when shit like this happens all the time.
Yeah, I know. Remember that happened to that one guy that they were like showing.
That little smart schoolboy.
When was this posted? What? I love my students. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, like you see, it's just fucking troll page.
Like,
Nazi. Yeah, just skip out.
yeah, there was not that many. Wait, what did I see?
Don't go back to it. It's fucking
Oh.
someone drew with like
Oh, I know what you're saying.
slashes and dots.
Yeah,
Hitler
yeah.
doing the fucking Nazi salute.
It was underscore, right? 1 underscore. Yeah, her shit got terminated. Which makes sense, I feel like. She would either delete her shit or something.
Mrs.Zamora. Adam's 6th grade teacher through Instagram. So she's like, no. I mean, maybe it's just someone with the same name. Or like, you know how kids are. Maybe they'll make an account for their teacher and just mess around.
So she first only saw that he's flirting with someone.
Yes.
And she thought maybe this is just like a girlfriend.
Yes.
And when she saw that handle, that's when she realized, oh my gosh.
She's like, what the hell is going on?
Okay.
Then she goes on to Instagram and she checks that handle because she's like, again, it could just be an account. You can technically name your handle anything on Instagram. There's no law. She goes and it's the same spelling, same everything with the real account of Mrs. Zamora. And she knows this.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, she's stupid herself though. Like, you gonna be texting this nigga off your personal Instagram? Like, you don't even have like a burner IG. Like, you're not thinking like, damn. And this is like something
You know how much of a gooner she is, bro?
like, she does not care. Like, she does not care.
She's in straight goon state the whole time. Just
Yeah, like, bro, what do you
you
texting this nigga talking about? You get sexier and sexier to me every day. Like, that's actually disgusting. Like, that's actually disgusting. Oh my god.
Because she's messaged Mrs. Zamora too about homework before on Instagram. And the stepmom says, but what even more confirmed it was her first name was used in the conversation. So either she wrote it or he wrote it, and they put, so the two were flirting, and they wrote, Brittany, insert Adam's last name. Other messages read, what are you doing? Thinking about your sexy self. Heart emoji, heart emoji. And then Mrs. Zamora responds, "Oh, baby, I wish you were here with me." And she proceeds to send a video, and I don't know why.
What do you think that video was, Odie?
Diddy is everywhere.
What do you think that video was, bro? What do you think that was? Yo, Jiggy, what's up, bro?
But he's here too. She is pointing at her car stereo with the caption, "When the radio plays that good shit," and it's Diddy's song, "I Need a Girl." And the lyrics...
Huh? She was playing that Diddy?
Bro, wait till the lyrics. Wait till you hear the lyrics.
When the radio plays that good shit, and it's Diddy's song, "I Need a Girl." And the lyrics are, "I've had a lot of women in my lifetime, but see, it's not a lot of women that got the right mind. I've done a lot of pretty chicks with all the right features. Cell phones and beepers, you know how to treat you. You break her heart, she'll walk out and leave you." Yeah.
Wow.
So
What?
Fuck is this dumb bitch talking about?
Like, what?
This bitch
Not-
is stupid.
No, she's actually in straight goon state. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, She's not even thinking. Like, she's just doing like, oh my god.
Adam's stepmom is calling Adam's dad. Husband, you got to do something. You got to come home. This is serious. He gets home. They confront Adam, and they even see that Mrs. Zamora had sent pictures of her private parts with her chest fully exposed, as well as below private parts fully exposed, wearing black lingerie.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting question, bro. Would you take the opportunity to view your life, but in third person? For instance, you could view yourself in kindergarten, but it's in third person. You can't interact with yourself or anyone, and it's from a distance. Would I? I feel like I would do that just to go back and see how, like, look back at certain memories that I had that I couldn't remember properly. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's shit that, like, I probably forgot about that I would just want to go back and see for myself from a third person perspective. Not kindergarten, though. Yeah, I don't know why you said kindergarten. That's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about, like, maybe a trip I went on where I drank too much or some shit. And, like, or some, you know, like, I drank one time and I don't really remember every detail of what happened. So I go back and watch, like, you know, what I did that night, who I talked to, all that stuff. It's like, there was one night, right, where I took, like, 20 shots that day. And I blacked out. And I don't remember anything that happened, except I remember taking that last shot, getting in the Uber. The Uber was some crazy ass Uber with fucking LED lights on this shit, party music, all this shit. I was like, damn, this shit gonna be a movie. Tonight's gonna be a movie. Bro, I remember opening my eyes and I was in my room in my bed. I don't even know how I got there. So a day like that, I would want to look back at that time.
Nah,
And
I
yo,
know what you mean. You already know me. Yeah, I had a lot of those.
yo, what did I just, like, pause my screen? I didn't even bag this. Like, is this what she was sending this nigga? Like, are you serious right now?
She's actually insane.
As well as below private parts, fully exposed, wearing black lingerie that is crotchless.
So also
Despicable.
Watchless, as in, like,
Shows
there's a gap in that bitch.
Huh? Yeah, like, yeah, there's a gap. Like, you could see her. Oh my goodness, she's sending that to a 13-year-old
I
boy.
mean, bro, that's not even, bro. She already fucked this kid, bro. Like, so, like, this shit's like.
Yeah, she's too far gone. It doesn't really matter at this point. She's already did everything. Like, despicable.
photos.
They confronted him.
Oh.
And they saw those photos. They tell Adam, we need you to be completely honest right now. We already know the answers to everything we're going to ask. So we just need you to tell us the truth. Who are you talking to? And have you done anything with your teacher? Adam quietly responds, yeah. He tells them that, remember that one time he brought home that permission slip to stay longer after school to set up posters for the talent show? That's when it happened. That's when his teacher essayed him. But it would happen several more times. So now, Adam is texting Brittany. I want to Okay.
Oh wow, we already know what this is saying. We already clearly know what this means. I want to. You so bad, baby. Those times weren't enough for me. I want to. This is him sending this.
Can you stop saying these weird ass words? Bro?
This is this 13-year-old nigga sending this, by the way. Not even her, the teacher. The 13-year-old nigga saying this. For real, get sexier than me every time. Oh my god. Little nigga was into it. Yeah, like what? That nigga was talking crazy back. Like, god damn. You are 13, gang.
Why are you saying that shit like that? Little nigga was into it. Like, nigga, no shit, bro. Probably watching no porn like everyone else would. But, like,
that's just despicable. Yeah, teacher got to this nigga. Holy
It's
shit.
redacted, but it presumably, I want to F. So bad, baby. Those times weren't enough for me. Adam sends the message, and his dad is standing over his shoulder. The way that Adam's dad...
Yo, they set her ass up right now. Did you hear that? His dad is standing over his shoulder as he sends this message. They trying to see what she finna say to this little nigga. Oh, nah.
describes it. He says, sorry to use this language. He says that. But you're going to text this and you're going to trap her. You are going to make her tell me everything through these messages. Adam texts her that and she responds, I want you, baby. I want you every day with
Oh my god. With no time limit, if I could quit my job and and I could
no time limit. If I could quit my job and you all day, I would. Adam's dad probably takes over the phone at this point, I presume, and he sends another message. I need more.
Yo, Odie, what are you doing, bro? If this is happening to your son, bro. How old is the kid?
old is he?
Yo,
11.
he's 13 or 11 or some shit like that. One of the two. And this is his teacher texting him like this.
Redacted from you. I'll give you whatever you want, baby. And with that, they're immediately calling the police. And they start getting these weird restricted calls. Soon after, like a few hours later, they keep getting restricted call, block number, unknown number, unknown number. And they're just sending them to voicemail because why are they getting these restricted calls out of nowhere?
What does that mean, restricted calls?
Like unknown number, unknown number, unknown number. Because you know when you get scam calls, they don't want it to say unknown number. They try to make it look like real numbers. But they keep getting literally unknown caller, unknown caller. And they're like, this is so random.
But they're not answering.
They're not answering for the first few times. Finally, they pick up the fourth one, and it's Brittany Zamora. It appears maybe Adam had let her know that they had alerted the police or something. But
Oh
she
my
calls
God.
them, and Adam's
She
dad
called him on
is
the
not
burner.
messing around. He starts a conversation.
What type of fucking perverted person are you? I want to know right now. You are a fucking monster. You are a You're a child molester. Do you understand me?
Brittany, on the other end, has the audacity to say, why do you say that?
No.
Why do you say that?
Oh, see, I'm a lot smarter than you.
You hear her voice?
I'm not even. Bitch, bang
why
the
do
phone
you
on this nigga's face.
why do you say that? Like, you're done, nigga. You're done. Pack it up.
Bitch,
You need to hang that
she's
phone
picking
up.
from your
You need to pack the bags. You need to skedaddle. It's cooked for you.
Is she not picking? She's picking up from.
I'm so much
was
smarter
Brittany getting
than
the
you.
numbers?
You do.
No, she was the one calling them. She was calling them.
Exactly. So she knows. Wait, she was calling the parent or the kid?
I don't know. I think the kid's phone, I guess. From unknown
So
number.
then why is she saying why that? Like, this nigga's not on your fucking phone. Like, what? Nigga, you're caught. Fuck, is this bitch stupid? Maybe she was calling. I thought she said it was calling the parents because the cops was called. I don't know. I didn't hear.
I think it's. She said that they think the kid alerted the teacher, so she started calling them on unknown number. I don't know if it's
You
on
don't
the same phone or
understand how
not.
much smarter than you I am. I got you. I want you to know that now. I got you. Do me a favor. Do not call this number back again. The next time you'll hear from me will be in court. And make sure you let your husband know that you like 13-year-old boys and suck their dick. I want you to do me a favor.
Ew,
Do that
bro,
for
you
me,
weird ass
okay?
little nigga.
Yeah, like, yo,
Like, this vile ass speech. Like, I'm not even saying.
like,
these
you're
words,
talking about
like,
your
mental
son
suck
right now.
kid.
You're literally talking about your son, yeah. Like, niggas just
Nigga,
saying this shit
chill.
about, openly just
Let
saying
us
this
suck
shit
our
about his
dicks.
own
Holy
son.
shit, bro.
Like, bro, can you have some sensitivity when you're
Suck
talking
their
about your
dicks.
13-year-old son? Like, it's not some random little nigga you're talking about. This is your son in the other room, gang. Niggas
Like,
talking
that
about.
shit shrimp speaking like that. Suck your dicks. Like, bro, you vile ass nigga, bro. Watch your fucking mouth, bro. Fuck wrong with him?
Like, your son's probably in the other room listening to this.
I am coming for
Vile
you.
ass nigga.
Which, by the way, Adam's parents did like everything right in this. They did not say, oh, it's a
Shit,
boy's
almost.
dream. They didn't do any of that. They didn't victim blame. They didn't victim shame. They didn't get upset with Adam. They took all the right steps. I think even in this phone call, he is so clearly has a lot of emotions coming out, which is rightfully understandable, but he's pretty poised. Like, nothing.
What? Poised in what sense? Like, what are you talking about?
Because he doesn't even think he did anything wrong.
Like, the way.
No, talking about the kid. They're talking about the kid. Because didn't you hear what he said? They
Oh,
said,
she's
"Are
talking
you
about the kid or
Because-
the
yeah,
Wait,
she
is she
said-
talking about the kid or the
Yeah.
the dad?
Call, he is so clearly has a lot of emotions coming out, which is rightfully
Oh, the
understandable.
dad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This dad has no poise at
But
all. What is she
he
talking
is-
about?
Pretty poised.
I mean, he low-key is, though. He's just, like, he's not even, like...
Nigga, what do you mean? He said, "I'm gonna put my hands around your neck and kill you." To her husband.
Bro,
guy was completely
No, but
unaware.
that hasn't happened yet. Oh, my God, bro. Why you keep
He
skipping over
could
the
have
story?
he could have crashed harder for real. He calm. I don't know. Like, this is not.
Feel me? You stay skipping over the
Like,
story.
nothing
that
he's
doesn't even
saying-
happen.
This is not like.
That hasn't
wouldn't say
happened
calm.
yet, bro. She's
It's,
gonna
like,
say
uncalled
why
for
he's
or
gonna say,
not true.
Bro, this happens all the time. Exactly, like, bro. Tomi's literally skipping the story. Like, that hasn't happened yet in time, bro. Stick to the story, nigga.
She said
What
that in
she's
the
saying so
video.
far, yes.
So she
That
said
was
on there.
before this happened, though. Like, what are you
Chill,
talking
bro.
about?
Like, chill, bro. I'm just
Like,
trying
she's saying
to
that
put the
for a
pieces
point
together
to
and
say
shit.
she's literally. You're not putting shit together. She's saying that because she's literally saying that as a point to show you that when she talks to the dad, to her husband, that's why he's gonna do that shit. Yeah, he could have literally went way harder. He's literally being damn near calm saying that shit. Calling her
I guess.
weird ass bitch in the most calmest way you really can when a nigga just sucks your fucking kid's dick. Like, what? It's really the calmest you can say that shit.
Bro.
Okay.
Yeah, you have a wonderful evening, okay, you stupid.
Can you like explain to me? Can we meet? To talk about this? Is
Miss-
there something we can settle out? Outside.
Oh yeah, that's what we can do. So I can give you a chance to do it to some other kid. Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. No, Miss Zamora, do me a favor. Do not call me back again. Do you understand me?
Yeah,
Make
this
sure
nigga's
you tell your husband what's
doing
going
this
on.
shit very calm.
Side note, in a later report, it says that Brittany reassures Adam's parents that she's not pregnant and that she's very clean from STDs, which, like, what kind of reassurance is that?
Bro,
Don't worry, guys. When I was sleeping with your 13-year-old son, he did.
Lady, I believe
She's actually sick.
she even tries denying a picture that she sent, a nude photo, because it doesn't have her face in it. But the dad tells her pretty bluntly, I know where your birthmark is, okay? I know where your birthmark is. So by this point, the parents know that he's been essayed. Their son has been essayed by their teacher. They know that these messages have been taking place. Inappropriate pictures have been sent. They're about to file a police report, but they're on the phone with Brittany and her husband. They don't know the exact details of when these incidents happened. They're going to find out soon, but they know everything that's happened, the crimes that have taken place.
Mm-hmm.
And now Daniel, the husband, is getting on the phone. Brittany's husband is on the phone. There's almost this level of frustration that you can feel Adam's dad having, because it's like, how are you not getting this? His fist is clenched. His wife is recording this. We have this whole phone call. We FOIA'd the phone call, and he's just saying she's a monster. Like, do you understand that? Do you understand that? Dude, be smart, you stupid ass. Leave. Kick that bitch out of your house.
Mm-hmm.
And Daniel's like, listen, man.
Yo, Jiggy, that's exactly what I said. Imagine you found out your wife is not only cheating on you, but with one of her elementary school students. In what, the 7th grade? Like, that's despicable.
No,
Like, bitch,
you
trim,
listen. You're
dude.
lucky that my wife is standing
You're not saying that. You're not saying, bitch, you trim. You're not.
right here, you stupid fucker. Talk. You got 30 seconds. Which, side note, Adam's stepmom whispers at one point, he might be a pervert too. Talking about Daniel.
He is right here. Can he talk to you?
And he continues, talk. You got 30 seconds. Don't waste my time. You have the nuts to call me and now you don't want to talk?
So, man, look, this whole situation is crazy. I've never heard of anything like this in my entire life, and I'm sure.
Is he black? Is he black?
No, he was like Mexican. He showed him before. Yo, this is crazy. Niggas talking so calmly like he didn't just find out his wife was cheating on him with a 13-year-old boy. Never had like a situation happen to me in my entire life. This shit is so crazy, gang. Like, what?
Nah, this shit crazy, gang. Nigga,
Sure. As a
weird ass,
parent,
like,
He's actually tweaked up.
you gotta be livid, pissed, downright
I'm
hurt.
gonna stab this
You
motherfucker.
trust the system. And honestly, this sucks as a husband.
This nigga have a... I thought it was a knife in his hand. It's scissors.
As a husband, I am distraught. Let down. I understand. And I'm sure as a husband, you know how this, I mean...
Yo, who's he finna stab? His wife holding the phone? Like, yo!
you think your Hawaiian crash?
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, who are you stabbing? Like, it's your wife next to you, gang. Who are you hitting with that?
What this would do to you.
Well, dude, see, the thing is, I don't get with the fucking monster.
I know, God, it's the worst for me. I'm pretty much throwing up. She's
I'm pretty
Nah,
much...
it's the worst for me, bro.
I'm pretty much throwing up. Like, I'm just damn near about to cry. Like...
confided in me and told
Nah, I'm
me
about to
just
crash
now
out, gang.
all the truth, and it's man, I'm shaking.
Which, side note, when he says, I am shaking, I don't feel like he's
Yeah,
shaking.
what?
I understand.
Where was the
Nah,
shake?
he's shaking.
Man?
What you talking
Where
about?
was the
Nah,
shake?
he's shaking.
Niggas holding that
Shaking
shit, comments up. Yeah, I'm shaking. I'm shaking. Like, no, you're not, bro.
This shit trim. This shit
No, you're
overly
not.
trim.
You just found out you're getting cucked by a 13-year-old boy and you enjoy it. It's like, this nigga has no sense of anger, no sense of disgust. Like, what is wrong with this nigga?
Everybody processes shock differently. But I feel like this is my reaction to an Uber order getting canceled.
Like, bro,
It doesn't
what?
sound shaken.
Well, explain to me what she's told you.
As a man, I can't really.
No, I want to know. You said she confided in you. Let me know what she told you so I can tell you she told you everything. Let me know if she told you everything. Grab some nuts and talk to me like a man. What the fuck did she tell you she did to a 13-year-old boy?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, she must know, or he must know about this before this shit happened. You must know about it. There's no way.
Nigga said
that
I'm
he's just
shaking.
this calm.
Not shaking.
Bro,
You're not shaking.
bro sounds like he's laid up in bed,
Shit
just off the wake up,
this shit
picked up
crazy
the
for
phone.
real.
Like, what?
This should go dummy. This
To
should
be
go
honest,
crazy.
it's more of just the messaging and.
Oh, so she didn't tell you everything then. Oh, man.
I mean, I'm hearing it from you, sir. I'm hearing it from you.
Well, you ain't gonna hear shit else from me. Not a fucking thing.
So what I'm asking you is if you could possibly, Brittany has been a great teacher for a long time.
It's this nigga hopped on the phone to defend that.
5 years, she's done so much for so many students and raised so many people's lives from the ghetto.
That's literally what he says.
Huh.
Like, don't even get me started on that.
Wow.
She's been to, parents' homes to talk to students. She's really done the
Alright, this is a justifiable crash out. I'm not gonna lie. This if her husband got on the phone and started talking to me like this,
Oh my god. My brain would just melt. Yo, the way I would just start spitting all over myself, trying to talk. I'd be trying to talk, just spitting everywhere, bro.
you would be going feral. This is insane. Niggas talking about all the good deeds she did, like regular teacher duties. Like, are you commending her for being a regular teacher? Like, what are you talking about?
tutoring program. She's done so much, and she made a huge mistake. The biggest mistake of anybody could ever make in the whole entire world.
What is this nigga talking about? Like, bro, this nigga's talking like she cheated or like she just like, like I don't even know. Like, bro, what is this, bro?
But she got invested in a very, very, very bright, smart.
Well,
Yo, this guy's disgusting, bro. She got
He used to
invested
go to
in
jail
it.
too.
Like she couldn't help herself. Your son was just so intelligent and so
your son is just so smart.
That's
He's
disgusting.
so good
That's
looking.
actually disgusting. Like she couldn't like if I were her, like, oh my god, bro. A very, very bright, smart, and great student.
She got invested.
Like what? So the nigga got a couple A's on some tests and that got her like feeling some way? Like what is this, bro?
This nigga must live off
And
of some
great
shit.
student.
He's trying to spin this. Like, Brittany got invested in your child because he's so great, which I'm sure he is, but what?
Yeah.
What
this
kind
is-
of advertising, manipulation, scheming?
Honestly, and a great person. And probably comes from y'all, honestly.
He's
Yo, you know what I hate? This show made me feel like niggas are trying to play my intelligence. Like, you think I'm an idiot? Are you speaking to me like this? You think I'm a fucking idiot? You think I grew up yesterday? Who the fuck are you talking to right now? Are you fucking okay? What kind of moron would this work with? You think I'm stupid, bro? Fucking,
Listen, yeah, your son's so great. Like my wife couldn't help but fall for that 13-year-old boy. It's probably because you guys just raised him so well. Like,
do you know how much of a fucking poop eater I'd have to be to fucking who's falling for this dumbass second grade, first grade manipulation? What the fuck is this?
Nah,
Nigga, don't
imagine.
Are you fucking-
Nah, you got it. Like you're so right. Like our son, we just raised our son so great. Like she should just be fucking on his teachers. Like he's just that great of a guy. Like what are you
Oh my
like?
god. Yo, I'm getting mad hearing this
Oh
shit.
my god.
Nigga, are
it's
you
like marketing her
What
crimes.
is happening right now?
You probably don't even want to hear my voice, and I wouldn't want to hear my voice either.
I'd like to hear your voice when I got my fucking hands around your throat.
Man, you can put your hands around my throat, man. I probably would accept that right now.
You wouldn't be able to stop it.
It'd be welcome. It'd be more than welcome. This is the shittiest situation in the world that any man could ever be in. As a husband, how would you feel if your wife did this to you? I know you'd probably kill somebody because.
No, I'd call the cops, bro. The thing is, the difference between me and you is, bro, is that I don't get with women like that, my man. I don't do it. My wife's a good woman. She raised good kids. And your wife preyed on one of my kids. Do you understand what a 13-year-old boy did? Having sex with a teacher? Do you get that at all? You're asking me to forgive.
I don't think they had sex.
I'm not even getting involved with this. You'll know the truth in a few short days. Trust me, I know everything. I know absolutely everything.
And with that, he hangs up the phone. He calls the police, Adam's parents do, and a whole investigation begins, and it just gets messier. There are 2 main interviews that are done. One with the victim, Adam, and then...
Yeah, that's what... Yo, this nigga likes that shit. I'm telling you, bro. He's gotta be into some freaky shit. Like, what you mean? Yeah, it's more than welcome. Yeah, you could put your hands around my neck. As a man, yeah. Like, what the... Like, what are you talking about?
Another hour-long interview with the victim's best friend. The interview with Adam, you don't see him because obviously his identity is protected, but he just sounds so young. There is like a certain cadence that children have. Obviously, some people don't shed it for a while. There's nothing wrong with it, but the way he answers questions is incredibly childlike.
Tell me about a couple things that you like to do.
I play football, write, and draw.
This nigga that was in the messages talking about cracking banyans? Like, are you serious right now? This is ridiculous.
I mean, nigga, he's 13. If you ask me what I like to do, I'll say, I play a lot of Roblox. I like basketball.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like, what was she on? Like, this is like, she's actually a terrible human being. Like, what? You saw this little boy that likes basketball, or what do you say, football? Drawing,
she needs her tubes tied forcefully.
Like,
and that
bro.
nigga needs his balls cut off, bro. Both of them.
It's hard to watch, bro.
Tubes tied
Yo.
first.
Every time I watch one of these Ron Mango videos, it gets worse, bro. It gets worse than the last one.
The authorities are just trying to understand, okay, how does something like this even happen? Like, she's had to have a certain level of grooming already established in order to send these types of messages to the victim. And they're wondering, how did you guys even start messaging? There's this app called Classcraft. Classcraft is supposed to foster a positive school climate and educational outcomes. It's a message board. You can message your teachers and ask them one-on-one about questions of homework, under the presumption that this is a well-monitored communication forum. And likely nobody uses the chat function to do anything but ask questions about school or class times, because let's be so real. What teacher wants to talk to their kids outside of school hours? And what student wants to talk to their teacher outside of school hours? Unless there's a problem with schoolwork. But Brittany tells her class one day, I'm going to be out of school tomorrow. You guys are going to have a substitute teacher, and I'm just going to be really bored. So if anybody else is bored, you guys should message me on Classcraft. It's not about an assignment.
What kind of... That was her method? Yo, that's insane.
It's not about their project. It's just, I'm bored. Adam messages his teacher that day, hi, Mrs. Zamora, and she texts back, hi. She starts asking him these weird questions. Would it be weird if I sent you a winky face? Adam said that he was confused, and he just responded, no, it's just a winky face, LOL. And Brittany responds, I'm bored. LOL, I am too. Come over. And he says, on my way, car emoji.
What? Yo. What the what?
But obviously JK, because he's 13. And
that's crazy. That's how it started?
Yes.
Wow.
Eventually they start talking about the school dance, and Brittany is asking Adam if he's going to the school dance, which he just casually responds, I don't think I'm gonna. I might though. And she responds, oh, Salty Bay. Calling herself Salty Bay. From there, Brittany guides the conversation.
You know, I feel like
It's just ridiculous.
To be like this has to be like some deep rooted thing of like I don't know. She didn't get some type of validation she needed when she was like a little kid in school, so now she's coming back to like reenact that type of shit. Cause what do you mean? You're texting a little nigga, I'm bored. Like, why are you doing something like that? Like what?
Or let's say
you have a husband. Like you're weird. Like what?
Or this is what really happened. But this is what really happened. Either from one of her mom or dad. This happened in one of her mom or dad's lineage, or in her lineage. The combination of ATTCG and ATTCG from both her parents combined to form this disgusting, grave combination that is definitely a variable that happens to a lot of humans, where she now has a grave attraction to little boys. So she needs to be castrated. She needs to be forcefully... What's that shit called? What's that shit called when you like...
Holy Salty Bay. Salty Bay.
Okay. Salty babe.
And she moves everything onto Instagram. Adam says, I don't remember how it got like really intense, but we would flirt and she would say things like, oh my God, I love you. And I would say I love her.
What? Yo. Like, gang, you were just in the investigation room talking about sketching and football. Like, what? When can I put it in again?
Too. And then she would talk about how she wanted to do stuff with me. And I would tell her that I wanted to do that too. He says, yeah, we would flirt a lot with me. And I would tell her that I wanted to do that too. He says, yeah, we would flirt a lot. Like, we would be at recess and I would talk to her. We would flirt at recess. But then the principal kept getting all these reports of an inappropriate relationship going on. Wow. And he said they were all just rumors and that he told them that they can't flirt or, well, I guess he didn't say flirt. They can't talk during recess because it feels like Brittany Zamora is picking a favorite.
So they were do this in front of everyone.
Yeah.
And people are reporting because this is that bad.
Not only are people reporting, so the students are, some of them are reporting it to Principal Tim Dickey, but some of them are even messaging Brittany Zamora on Classcraft. There were like 3 girls, students, 13-year-olds, that were messaging her saying, if these rumors are true, like this is a gross use of power and you should really be ashamed.
I do. You contact on frequently about severe issues, but I appreciate you bringing this to my attention. I'll definitely pay those. It says, thank you for letting me know. Wow. Yo. Imagine told off about some shit like this by a 13-year-old. Like, yo, what? Like, why are you giving this nigga special treatment? She talking about, and she's just like, nah, I'm dead with it for everyone.
Ashamed of yourself, blah, blah, blah. Like telling her.
And the principal, Tim Dickey, was, you know, like he was trying to protect what? Zamora or the reputation or the school image, whatever it is, right?
There are a few netizen theories, and maybe it's a compilation of all of them. Some people think that Tim Dickey finds Brittany Zamora conventionally attractive, and maybe he was blinded by that. Other reports say that Tim Dickey's reputation could have been on the line because he was an assistant principal at a different school. Got promoted to principal at this school, this final school where it happened. Mm-hmm. And the first person that he hired from that other school that he used to work at was Brittany Zamora. But that could also be, I don't know if that's because she's a great teacher or if perhaps her conventional attractiveness was, you don't know, right?
Yeah. Wow.
This is the
But either way, he brushed it off.
Yes.
That's crazy.
He just thought, you know, naturally some teachers will inevitably have favorites, and she is being unprofessional by showing that to the other kids. In today's digital marketplace, getting started, I wanted to out. As for the physical assaults, Adam says it started with her kissing him after school one day.
And then the first time we kissed, like, I was saying bye to her and I gave her a hug and she, like, started kissing me, so I kissed her back.
He says we were doing a talent show thing.
Bro, this nigga sounds like such a little ass boy. Like what the fuck, bruh? This is despicable, bruh. Like, do you hear how he talks about this shit? Oh, do you hear this? She started kissing me, and I kissed her back. Like, it sounded like this nigga didn't even know what to do. Like,
puberty.
Like damn, bro.
Phase in your voice. It's like that one phase in your voice when it's like just like starting to. Like,
no, but I'm just saying it's like this boy sounds so innocent. Like, bro, she just started kissing me, and I kissed her back, cause that's what you do. Like, you know, like he didn't even sound like he. Oh my god.
And I gave her a hug, and she, like, started kissing me, so I kissed her back.
He says we were doing a talent show thing, and yeah, it was like when I was saying bye.
And then she's like kissing me and everything. And like she was like, you want to go in? And I was like, what? And then she's like, you want to go in? And I was like, sure. And then like the same thing, I didn't take my pants off or anything, but she was wearing a dress, so she just pulled her underwear to the side. And then I was in there for like a minute, and then I was like, I don't know, I was like, all right, I gotta go.
It appears that he is trying to explain that she forced him to digitally stimulate her. It appears.
You said what?
Nah, Jiggy said he don't understand this shit.
He did, but he's just uncomfortable explaining it to a police officer, probably.
He continues, she said she wanted to give me a blowjob and my stuff was really big and stuff like that. He's telling the police interviewer all of this. And the interviewer has...
Nigga said, oh, Lord. Nah, you're...
had to add that.
Like, yeah, like, what? Like, nigga had to let the cops know.
She said my shit
She said my shit big, no. My shit big, no. Like, what, bro? Like, that is not what matters in this story game. Like, what are you talking about?
Keep asking him, like, what stuff do you mean? And every time he says it, he just hesitates and he whispers really shyly because he's 13. Peanut.
Yeah, this is weird.
Like, he doesn't even like saying that word. In the interview, they go over
like
all the other...
Bro, the nigga is 13 years old and you put him in front of a cop to tell him about his... Like, even if okay, he wasn't talking about a 35-year-old woman or some shit like that. If it was, like, anything pertaining to someone his age, I feel like he would still sound like that because the nigga's a little kid. Like...
instances that she wanted him to meet up with her. He says, I told her that I was at my grandparents' house and she said, let me come over. And I said, LOL. And then I put these heart emojis. And she was like, no, I'm serious. I was like, okay. And she came over. I went to her car. She was parked on the end of the street. She texted, okay, I'm here. I'm outside. And I walked to her car. And that is where she essays him for the first time. I think at this point, people were expecting that because we already knew that she had essayed him. So they're just trying to get the details of when and how it happened. I'm not saying it's not unsurprising or it's expected, but it's like when you already know the balloon popped, now you're just trying to figure out how the balloon popped, right? Well, I don't know if the balloon is a great analogy or like,
yeah, I'm about to say,
or something. You get
I'm about to say, why did you say that? That sounds terrible. The balloon popped. Now I know how. What?
You already know this event took place. Now you're just trying to figure out how it took place. But the interviewer, I don't think that she knew that this part happened because Adam starts describing, they have this thing in class called CNN 10.
I'm sorry, you had this thing called what?
CNN 10. It's like a thing that my whole class watches. And I would pretend like I would go up there and press play. And she would stand behind me and I would like touch her. Because everybody would be in the front.
They're in the classroom.
That's freaking insane.
And then according to Adam and another witness, she would have Adam stand behind her desk. And because he's 13, he's, not that tall, I guess. His private part would be below the level of the desk. And she would pretend to drop something or pretend to look for something under the desk. And she would, quote, touch his stuff. There's a whole classroom full of kids.
What the fuck?
Wow.
I mean, how they...
What the actual fuck? Bro, what is happening to the eggs? Yo, Bert, what the fuck are you talking about?
Be so bold because they have a lookout. A boy, Adam's best friend, let's call him Brady, he's also interviewed and he said,
because our whole class watched CNN 10 on the big screen. Ms. Moore always want me to cover to see if anyone's looking.
And they would ask him, was Mrs. Morris saying anything?
This nigga sounds so young, bruh. See if anyone was looking. Like, what? Like, yo, actually, that's what I said, Jiggy. That's the first thing I said. Is this Brazzers? Like, what you mean? Oops, I dropped a pencil. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
They were just doing it. It was very uncomfortable. So that's why, the second day they were doing stuff, I just left the room. He says, yeah, we tried to tell Mr. Dickey. Mr. Dickey came, and he talked to us saying, well, you guys as students should stop saying these rumors and talking about, how can we solve this situation by next time we hear rumors like this, tell the principal, or solve it by telling the teachers. We wrote on a piece of paper how to solve the situation of rumors.
What does that mean, we wrote on paper?
Next time I hear rumors, I will do this.
That's so sketchy. I feel like this principal is way,
yeah.
I feel like he needs to be investigated or something.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's very sus that he doesn't even alert Adam's parents. It's one thing to think that it's a rumor.
Getting other jits in on this is the most... That's what I said, bro. It's not even like she could be like, damn, I made a lapse of judgment. Like, this was a terrible decision. Like, she had other niggas like, no. So you're going to be the lookout gang while I keep dealing with your homie. Like, just keep an eye out for the other little niggas. Like, what? Bro.
Fine, right? I think it's your weird opinion. I don't agree with it, but you should still at least alert the victim's parents.
Yeah.
Hey, this is what's been going on at school. These are the rumors that have taken place. I just want to give you guys a heads up in case you've seen anything, or alert authorities to investigate because you're not an investigator. It's just so weird. He also doesn't even put Brittany on leave so that they can investigate further. He doesn't do anything. He just takes notes on his investigation, which at this point are as useful as like keeping a diary.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know like what you expect the principal to do, because I'm not gonna lie. Like in grade 7 and 8, people used to make shit up all the time. So like I don't like it's not like this nigga's hearing what the little kids are saying, be like, oh yeah, taking it as fact.
Okay,
and
did you hear what this little kid just said? He said, I told the teacher, she told me to watch out while she's touching someone. Like, what?
If he told him that, then that's crazy. But I feel like because the way that she made it seem was they were talking about how like they were telling the principal, he's getting like favoritism in the classroom. But if she,
that's what they said, and they couldn't talk at recess anymore. But he just said that did she not just say that when he walked away, she kept telling him to do lookout, and he got like too weirded out and just walked away.
If he told the principal that's crazy. That's crazy. She told the principal that's fucking crazy, and this guy just said. And she's talking about doing some investigation. What could he investigate? Like, he can't take her phone from her and see what she got on there. Like, or she can't do that to the student either.
He also just tells Brittany to stop spending so much time with Adam, and that's about it. But the best friend, Brady, he continues in the interview with the police that Mrs. Zamora started asking him weird stuff too.
And then Ms. Zamora asked me if my thing was uncircumcised.
This nigga doesn't even know what this means. Like, you see how he's saying it? Like, whoa. Like, what?
Circumcised. And I didn't know what that means. So Ms. Zamora went on her phone and looked up uncircumcised and circumcised things. And she showed me.
She also asked if he wanted to see nude photos of her as well. And he says she didn't touch me or anything. But by all accounts, it seems like she's prepping him to be her next victim. And he is 11 years old. He can't even properly explain the things he's witnessing because he's that young. He kept stating that Brittany and Adam had sex. Now, the officer has to ask him what that means to him, to which he says, it's like they kissed. He also confuses the word virgin and Virginia. And this is like Brittany's next alleged target.
Wow.
11. What grade is that?
This is so in 6th grade. Adam is 13, so he might have been held back for a year or two. But as for why, I mean, Adam's parents want to know, why did you do this? Why risk your whole career and your marriage for what? And she just responds, I asked myself the same question. I just got really close after everything went down, and we're like, how could that happen? We just got so close. I don't know. They arrest Brittany Zamora. There's body cam footage of this. And when they're taking her in for arrest, they're taking off all of her jewelry. And she asks the police, do I have to take off my wedding ring? As if she's so in love with her husband. It's so weird. Then right to when she's being taken in to be questioned, she asks if there's any way she can talk to her husband. They say no. They take her into their interrogation room and they ask her all the pertinent questions. You know, did they tell you why you're here? Did they tell you why you've been arrested? It's involving a relationship with Adam. I mean, I guess I just want to give you an opportunity because there's really little doubt on what happened. And she says, can I have an attorney? You can. Is that what you want? Yeah, will I be going home today? No. They tell her she's going to jail, to which she says,
yeah, like what? She actually has to be slow in the head. We just got so close. I don't know. And then they're taking you in prison, and your concern is, can I keep my wedding ring on though? As if you weren't cheating on your husband with a 13-year-old boy. Like,
you know who else is little? 13-year-olds, 11-year-olds, to which the officer just straight up tells her, yeah, I mean, if you have problems with somebody, you can voice that to somebody. And if you have problems, they can isolate you. And she starts sobbing. I just have the best husband in the world, and I'm so ashamed. I mean, I do believe calling her a pick-me is the nicest description I can use considering her crimes. But she has this moment where she's arrested. She's handcuffed behind her back, and she has to get into the back of the cop car. The cop is like, here, like, let me help you. I know it's a big step. I'm going to help you.
I know it's a big step.
I'm only 5 foot.
Okay.
Nah, she one of them, bro. I know her type, bro. Yo, I know her type, bro. You hear that shit, G? Like, I'm only 5 foot. Like, yo, what you... Like, you trying to get it on with the cop now? Like, on your way to prison? Like, what you got going on, bro?
Wow.
Even when they set bail, they ask her, is there anything you'd like to say? And she goes, I guess I would just really like to go home and be with my husband.
Will I be going home today? No. So will I be in jail?
And so for a moment, because of how much Brittany harps on how much she loves her husband, whilst are wearing a
It's a White House.
13-year-old, I thought maybe there's a chance that Daniel did an Olympic level of mental gymnastics to somehow believe that she did not do this. I don't know. But authorities found text messages between Daniel and Brittany while Brittany is on the phone with Adam's parents. And he's texting her, cry, seem helpless, be apologetic, a ton. Don't say anything incriminating no matter what.
The phone call you just described.
Yeah.
The whole time Daniel was like, man, you gotta understand.
God preaches forgiveness, man.
And then there's more. Brittany responds, he wants info. He's still asking. He keeps saying to tell him that he already knows. So it appears like maybe he had come home, you know? And he says he's not recording. He's still asking me what happened. He says, don't even hint around anything or agree. Of course he's recording. Say we have to meet because you want to tell him face to face. That's the right thing to do.
Like, bro. This guy was in the room. Oh, God. Telling her what to say, bro. This guy was helping her.
Tell him you do not feel comfortable over the phone. I know he's not going to like that, but be firm. Do not be gullible and tell him anything. Don't admit to any relationship because we both know there isn't one and nothing happened. Just stupid fantasy texting that went too far. Call me after. Even if he gives you an ultimatum, don't say anything, Brittany. Insist on meeting. He hates you and wants nothing but to burn you to the ground. Remember, I'm getting worried. What's going on? Please don't be stupid and admit he won't meet you. He's recording. No way. Don't believe it. Why can't he meet then? Please, Brittany, don't say anything. What's going on? Tell him that you're going to the school right now and that you have to hang up. Hang up now. Don't say another word.
This nigga acting like he was her lawyer. Like, what the fuck? Yo. That's insane. And then he comes on the phone, he's like, yeah, man, I know you want to like, yo, that's fucking insane.
He's going to fucking kill us if you say anything, Brittany. Also, who says he doesn't change his mind? He will say one thing now and you over later. God knows, if anything, or admit fault, he's got us and you're going to be done. I think the usage of us is interesting.
You know, Brittany sounds just extremely.
I told you, bro. This nigga be enjoying this shit, bro. This nigga gotta be enjoying this shit. Nigga said us, like I told you, bro. Nigga must like that shit. Like, you hear the way his freak ass said, yeah, you could put your hands around my neck. Yeah, I would do the same if I were you. Like, what? Like, yo, he should be locked up alongside her, this freaky ass nigga. Like, what the fuck? They got us? Like, what?
And so, obviously evil.
Yeah, evil. But he's like, I don't even know what's going on.
Evil.
Yeah, evil.
Yo, Jiggy. Yo.
Can you tell me? Tell me what happened so far. I have to do something for my dad. What I missed.
Oh, you said move chat? I was gonna say, I'm not gonna ask that question. It's not gonna ask that question.
Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you. One sec. Yo, she basically we found out that she's a pick-me, right? So she's a pick-me, and then you know how her husband was like, oh, like trying to be sympathetic and like, oh, like, yo, I know my wife, she's just like whatever, such a bad person, but like, you know. Whole time he was like prepping her, he was coaching her. He's like, don't say anything, don't admit fault, they don't have anything. Just say those stupid texting that went too far. Try to meet up with him. I know he's gonna be mad, but keep trying to meet up with him. He's gonna want to kill you. Don't give in, or we're both screwed. Like you're saying shit like this. They got us, like all this stuff.
I heard that.
Like,
when I was downstairs.
Yeah, so
You're doing that over text, bitch. If you don't like.
Yeah, they're just.
I don't even know what's going on here.
Yeah. He doesn't sound okay. So a lot of people thought that he's the biggest simp husband in the world, but this doesn't sound.
That's what I was gonna say. I was looking at this image, right? And I was like, this nigga probably just sees his girl and he's like, yo, she a bad bitch. I'll do anything for this girl, like anything. But now it just seems like this nigga was also doing some weird shit.
He's like, I don't even know what's going on.
I'm not gonna lie. Let's be real, bro. She's not chopped. You couldn't even say she's chopped. Because you just couldn't say that.
Wait, let me see her.
But. Like, you couldn't say she's chopped.
Nah, she's not what?
So.
Jiggy, what is she?
No, he didn't say she's not. Wait, he said she's not child.
Yeah, evil. But
I know.
he's like,
I just want him to say it.
I don't even
I heard
know
some news today,
what's going
Jiggy.
on here.
Yeah. He doesn't sound okay. So a lot of
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like if it was other circumstances that you seen a bit like that, it's actually disgusting human being. Though. Filthy human being.
people thought that he's the biggest simp husband in the world.
Jiggy,
But
we gotta
this
jump
doesn't
in
sound
there.
like a
Also
simp
playing with
husband.
you.
Yeah.
And also,
if you're a simp husband,
No, what happened to Jiggy though?
Nothing, bro. Play it.
No, I need to know what happened to Jiggy now. Yo, Jiggy, what happened to you, bro?
Nothing happened to him, bro.
No, what happened to you, man?
Nothing happened to him, bro. Literally nothing happened. It was just this nigga. I guess his friends. I won't say anything about his friend. 'Cause that's his friend. Like, you know. I don't know that nigga. I don't really owe that nigga shit. And
Jiggy, what happened, bro?
that's just his friend, bro. Like,
okay, all right.
husband, when you find out
he
about
was
this
on.
news,
Bro,
wouldn't you be
I'm
devastated?
sorry, bro. My first
then?
experience. He's
I
on
guess
this
they're-
nigga's dick. I'm like, bro, what is this nigga doing? Like, and you think a nigga who's on another nigga's dick, it's like, okay, mister, I get pussy every day. Nigga went on 4th floor just to walk around and spectate women. So I'm like, bro, you were like he literally left as if he's about to go. He was just grabbing some bitch. I'm like, oh, this nigga's probably pulling her or some shit. Nigga said no. Sometimes you have to just. I'm like, bro, what are you fucking talking about? I'm sitting here and like, sorry, Jiggy.
That nigga sounds a little strange. That nigga sounds a little strange.
Yo, this is your nigga, right? But okay, listen, Jiggy, you can't get mad at me if what I'm about to say here is fucked up to your friend, because that's not my friend. But listen, if I met this nigga, I don't owe him shit. I'm never gonna be his friend, unfortunately. All I see from this nigga as I was spectating was this nigga is one of those niggas who just say shit to like you know when a nigga says a joke and looks at you like, is he gonna laugh? Like, bro, sorry. That's what I'm saying. like, I'm doing this shit. This nigga's like saying all these dumbass one-liners and then looking at me. I'm like, bro, I'm not like, bro.
Yo, my roommate used to do that shit all the time.
He did.
I would just look him dead in his face. I look him dead in his face like this. Like, I'm not laughing
Like,
at your
there's like
shitty
mad
ass
people
joke.
there. He was just doing this shit. I'm
Like,
like,
stop.
bro. Yeah, like, you know, he seems cool though, except for when he was on your dick.
I have a homie that
Even
Are
though
you talking about he be saying jokes about Jiggy trying to throw him under the bus in front of other niggas? Is that what you're talking about?
No, not that. But he did. I felt like what I did feel like what he tried to do at some point was he did do that. Like that's what I'm talking about when he was on his dick. I felt like he was trying to like, oh, I'm cooler than Jiggy or some shit in front of me. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. I'm like, bro, the fuck are you doing, bro? Yo, you will never be cooler than Jiggy, bitch. Jiggy 6'3", dark skin, Jamaican, perfect teeth, perfect jawline. Like,
okay,
come on, bro. Like, I'm looking at this nigga. I'm like, bro,
I'm about to play this
You're
video.
like, you're 5'6" in Moroccan, bro. Like, come on.
I'm about to play this video.
trying like
Sorry.
some netizens feel like this is him trying to protect her at all costs because he's a simp. But I think the usage of us is weird.
What's the context again?
He says he's gonna fucking kill us if you say anything, Brittany. He also says don't admit to any relationship because we both know there isn't one and nothing happened. Just stupid fantasy stuff. That also feels like it's weird.
Yeah.
Like you never really say like we both know. If you really both know.
And you're saying that he supposedly he found out about everything just now?
Like that day, yeah.
That day, and this is his reaction?
It's very weird. Everybody in this is weird.
It's very weird. It's not normal. This is not a normal relationship.
And that's not to say that Brittany's not at fault. You know, I do see some netizens conspiring that maybe he was pushing her to do these things. I don't really care if he did or not. I think she's the one that did them. Like if my husband.
No, what? So he was in the classroom and she was telling that nigga to be a lookout? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? He didn't be saying anything to make the girl look like she wasn't doing nothing wrong. What are you talking about?
Husband was trying to convince me to do anything like that, I'd be like, okay, so I'm gonna go to the police station and then I'm gonna go find a divorce attorney. That'll be my 2 immediate steps. So I mean, I don't care. This is not to diminish her responsibility. I'm just saying those are some netizen theories out there. While all this is happening, the authorities come to do a search warrant on Brittany's house and Daniel is outside. The officer just asks, probably for protocol, you guys have no kids, right? No, sir. I wish now. This is in the middle of Brittany.
Huh? What is that? I wish?
Your wife? No, sir. I wish now. This is in the
What?
middle of Brittany, your wife, being investigated for R-wording her student. What do you mean you wish you had kids? I mean, you want to have children around your predator wife? Even the cops are doing a double take. Like, what do you wish you had kids now?
Yeah.
Oh, so I can have, like, you know, I don't know, all of what's going on and I don't know what's going to happen right here, you know? So I can have a little more, like, pieces of her. Basically saying if she goes to prison, he can have a piece of her.
Jesus Christ.
Daniel keeps going.
Her
Brittany has been an
husband.
awesome teacher. Have a piece of her.
This goofy ass nigga standing right here.
Daniel keeps going. Saying if she right here, you
Wait, goofy ass nigga.
Wait, what did he say?
He said, I wish that she said, do you have any children? He said, no, I wish now. And they said, what the fuck do you mean by that? And he said, well, I don't know what's gonna happen, and she might get locked away, and at least that way I could have a piece of her.
know, so I can have a little more, like, pieces of her.
Like,
Basically saying if she goes to prison, he can have a piece of her.
What?
Daniel keeps going. Brittany has
Why are
been
they
an
making it sound
awesome
weird? I know
teacher
what he
for a
means.
long
Like, he
time.
still
She went.
loves
Yeah,
her,
but-
like, wish he had kids.
but
I thought
and
when
like-
he said he wants a piece of her, he's like, fuck the kid. Like,
that's what I was thinking, Loki too.
Teacher of the year.
like, yo,
Really?
she be dragging
Straight
shit.
A
Like, why she
student
say
all
that?
through high school,
She actually
college,
does.
He wants a
bachelor's
piece of
degree,
her.
and her
So he can
master's.
fuck her.
Ah, that's awesome.
She do be dragging shit. I'm not gonna lie.
She's
She be
been doing
dragging
so
shit.
many good things for so long. For the students and the school. She's been really invested.
It's so weird.
What's up, guys?
Some netizens are confused.
David.
Some think Daniel is as dense as a forest, or some think that he's somehow involved or knew or
Right.
got off
What's
on
good,
what
Mud?
Brittany was
Yes, sir. Day 50, halfway through.
doing. Some people point out she would sneak out in her car in the middle of the night to go meet up with the 13-year-old. She's married. She's a teacher. What excuse would she have to go in the middle of the night?
Let's say he just simply loves her, right? But then you found out the love of your life is a monster doing these type of crimes. The fact that you still love her, like, into this level, like, oh my gosh, she's the best, she's the best, she's the best. How can you still think she's this perfect wife or whatever?
So crazy.
So that says a lot about him too.
Yeah. And he probably should also not be around children then, because like, you think your love of your life is fine after what she did to a child?
Yeah.
You should not be around children. But very quickly, Brittany divorces him in prison. Some sources state that it's because she was trying to protect their assets, because right after all of this, Adam's parents file a lawsuit against the school board, Tim Dickey, as well as Brittany's husband. And he's listed on the lawsuit. I think it was like a $2.5 million lawsuit. They did settle privately, but maybe it's to protect him from, I guess, division of assets because they're no longer together. Some people say, no, it's just Brittany moving on. He stood by her during the entire trial. Other sources
She's smiling, nigga.
state that she was actually very upset with him and felt like all of this was his fault because he kept telling her to tell Adam's parents to meet up. And some sources say that she believed that got her more years in prison versus just like talking to them frank, admitting, confessing, and being remorseful. Really interesting crossover, but the judge that presided over this is the judge that presided over Jodi Arias' trial, also assigned to Brittany's case. But nevertheless, in a statement to the court, she starts, "Good morning, Your Honor. I want to start off by apologizing to the victim and his family. I'm sorry for the undue stress or pain that I may have caused. I'm ashamed of my actions, and I'm completely remorseful and truly regret what took place. I'm known to be a caring, responsible, happy, and thoughtful person." Which, like, sometimes the truth slips out in really almost unnoticeable ways. She says, "I'm known to be, not I am," which I thought was interesting. The rest of the statement is more of her talking about how great of a person she is.
Prior to this incident, I have been an amazing teacher and citizen. I started programs while teaching to help stop bullying, teach girls about nutrition, fitness, create fundraisers to help with autism, and help families in need.
I filled out 25 plus desks with school supplies each year, and even won Teacher of the Year award in 2016. She asks for leniency in her sentencing. If that isn't already bad enough, her attorney just like hook, line, and sinker, let's go down together. Her attorney states that because Brittany's father abandoned her when she was 13, she was struggling with anxiety, depression, and OCD. Her attorney states she's a great candidate for rehabilitation. She wants to change her life, and she's already started that. I have represented Brittany Zamora for almost 16 months, and I can tell you that she is not a monster. Brittany is not a predator, and this was not between a young child and Brittany. This was a teenager.
Wow.
There were issues with this case. For example,
You trying to argue that a 13-year-old isn't a young child? Like, what are you talking about?
Principal Dickey refused Brittany's request to move the teenager out of the classroom. Brittany Zamora implored Principal Dickey to move him because the teenager had boundary issues and was obsessed with Brittany.
Whoa.
I am not making that up. I learned that from Principal Dickey. Odd things that were outside of the evidence that you probably all received. She goes on to just victim blame in a bullet point list. Adam's family filed a civil lawsuit within hours of finding out what happened. So what? Adam had 2 cell phones. Trying to imply that he's not the nice little kid that you think he is. Okay, he's still a kid, and so what? He had multiple social media accounts. Okay, so do I. And he had behavioral issues. She's just talking, opening her mouth and letting all sorts of thoughts spill out that she should have just
My echo, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, let me turn my shit. I'm done.
kept in her drafts, in her notes app. Because of how ridiculous she is. Everyone in the room is staring at her like this woman cannot be serious right now. Yeah, defend your client, do your job, but what? She confronts everyone. I see some of your faces frowning.
And this was not between a young child and Brittany. This was a teenager. The teenager had boundary issues and was obsessed with Brittany. The teenage boy was very aggressive. He even was very persistent in asking Brittany about her birthmarks, molars, or anything else that could be an identifiable piece of information.
Trying to imply that the kid is like forensically trying to get knowledge on Brittany to pin her to the crime that she so clearly committed. She also proceeds to read a statement from Brittany where Brittany, the child molester, says, "Good afternoon. My name is Brittany Zamora. After going through the court process for the last 16 months, I can truly say that I have been unfairly treated by the state of Arizona. It's shocking to me how others are so quick to judge based off hearing accusations from only one side of the story. It was made clear to me that the state had already made their decision well before I was given a chance to prove my innocence in any way, shape, or form." She goes, girl, are you not tired? She goes on to talk about how she did these risk assessments, psychological tests, evaluations, and polygraph tests that all showed her to be the highest degree of character. I don't ever think that I have seen a polygraph test where the results just come back highest degree of character.
Like what,
that is,
bro? Was she like all the avenues she went to try to defend herself? Like, yeah, blaming the kid is fucking insane. Then she's trying to say I'm a good person, guys. I swear, like, bro, what?
that's not even an option. Moreover, I feel like a risk assessment test in terms of evidential value, very low compared to explicit photos she sent him and testimony from the victim. They also try to argue that her polygraph shows that she does not have an interest in children. Again, I don't know what we're trying to get here. The argument just diminishes the validity of the polygraphs. And if that's not the case, it just makes her look more sinister because she's able to pass a polygraph when there is photographic evidence. And with that, she was sentenced to 20 years in prison. The school board and Tim Dickey settled outside of court with the...
Not too shabby. Said decent, not too shabby.
20 years.
...of a lawsuit. But I guess they stand by their decision. Tim says he didn't want to blow it out of proportion, what he thought were just rumors, by alerting Adam's parents. They said that they conducted a 2-day investigation and deemed nothing inappropriate was happening. They have less sense than children. The 11-year-old, Brady, he says, it's just weird how a 27-year-old can, like, love a 13-year-old and stuff.
Oh, she's 27.
It's just crazy. She's not a good person.
Oh, this is way older than that.
Adam's dad says, if we didn't have the app and we didn't take all the necessary steps, we would have never known that this happened to our son. And how much longer could it have gone? And how many other boys would she have done this to? They say it's affected Adam individually. It's affected our family dynamic. It's affected his behavior and his schooling. It's disrupted his schooling. It's disrupted his living situation. We had to uproot our entire family and move. His childhood is already gone. He's 13. He's going to miss out on so many important emotions and feelings when it comes to relationships with women for the rest of his life, all because his trust was betrayed by a 6th grade school teacher. I'm also angry at those who say they think this abuse like this of a woman on a young man is somehow less serious than if it happened to a girl instead of a boy. Every child, no matter their gender, deserves to have their period of childhood free of monsters. And there truly are monsters in the world. As parents, you teach your kids that there's no such thing as monsters at all. There's none. But in the real world, there are monsters. And Brittany Zamora is a monster. What's crazy is there are so many netizens defending Brittany Zamora. They say, when I was 13, we were smoking cigarettes, drinking, and making other people pregnant. Some of us even carried around knives and messed around with other people. Yeah, 13 years old is young and is wrong, but stop making the 13-year-old look like an 8-year-old. I think for her to get 20 years is insane. If that's the case, you need to increase prison time for other crimes as well that are even worse. Others just write, every male middle schooler's dream. Another reads, damn, I wish she was my teacher. I would have said nothing. Or
Nah,
that's
he's
the funnest
cooked.
extra credit assignment I've
That nigga is cooked. There's no recovering. He's cooked.
ever heard of.
No, he
I
actually
will
is
say
cooked,
most
though.
netizens are not on Britney's side. I don't know how true this is. This is just an internet comment.
actually ruined that
But someone writes, she was a TA for my English teacher in 5th grade. I vividly remember a male classmate blatantly hitting on her, like the TA, Brittany Zamora, multiple times. And she would just say things like, oh, thank you, you're so sweet, instead of telling him to stop and how it's inappropriate. Signs were there. She was a creep. What are your thoughts on this case? Let me know in the comments. And stay safe. I will see you guys in the next one.
Wait. That is the part 2. She did drop the part 2.